Hi, I'm Pete Gallivan. Coming up on News to Celebrate this week, the Buffalo Bills are getting ready for a major milestone as construction on their new stadium nears the finish line. We'll show you how a unique burger donut creation is helping support families at the Ronald McDonald House. Plus, communities across Western New York are coming together to celebrate Pride Month. Those stories and more on News to Celebrate.
Near the corner of North Park Ave and Hurdle Ave sits M&M's Books.
We were a pop-up for a while and we were kind of growing slowly, and then we just kind of happened to see that this store was for rent and gave it a shot.
We didn't think we would be here so soon, and it feels very much like we are here solely because of the people around us and the community around us.
Owners Emily Graham and Emma Hayes have always had a passion for reading. So you might say opening this storefront in 2025 was a fitting next chapter.
We're just hoping people come in with an open mind, be a little curious, ask us lots of questions, and just try something new.
Because here, reading is important.
They see the books we stock and they go, oh, it's not necessarily a traditional bookstore.
As is helping people feel seen and what they find on the shelves.
It's safe to be who they are, that it's okay to be who they are, and that there are people around them that are supporting them and with them.
Look around and you'll find a wide variety of genres, including stories highlighting LGBTQIA+, biopic, Indigenous, and women authors and perspectives.
Something as small as a book might seem so mundane or so little to be so concerned about diversifying and showing up and showcasing these types of titles and authors, but it's the little things that kind of make a person, and it's the little things that make a community.
Community. It's something Graham and Hayes show up for and support. A portion of their monthly proceeds goes to organizations and charities supporting LGBTQIA+ women and Indigenous communities.
There's so many exciting things happening during Pride, but we also wanted to kind of keep that going year-round. So, in the books we stock, in the events we do, in the charities we support, in the kind of community we want to build. Because a lot of times, that was one of the reasons that we wanted to start this bookstore, was that we would go around to a lot of bookstores, and especially like once Pride Month is over, all the queer books get kind of shelved to the back of the store. And we're like, we wanted a place where everything was kind of front and center year round. So,
because on the corner of Hurdle and North Park, M&M's Books is more than a bookstore. It's a place built on community, inclusivity, representation, and connection.
It's everything I wanted growing up. It's everything I want as an adult. And I just hope that people feel the same way, that they feel safe and they feel welcome, and that, they find themselves in the books that we have.
On your side in Buffalo, Courtney Courtwright, Channel 2 News.
Symbol of pride, visibility, and inclusion is now flying over Buffalo City Hall. The city raised the pride flag at Niagara Square outside City Hall today, kicking off Pride Month with community leaders, advocates, and elected officials. Mayor Sean Ryan called Buffalo a city where people should feel welcomed for who they are, and said the celebration is about both recognizing progress and continuing the fight for equality.
When my daughters were in second or third grade, we were eating dinner and we started talking about families, and one of the girls casually said, "Bessie has two moms." They didn't even miss a beat. So for kids there, my kids' age, there's not even a thought that is anything but a normal, loving relationship. And that's what we want to have in the city of Buffalo. We want everyone here to be equals. We want everyone here to be a part of the city of Buffalo, but certainly, being an ally to the community means you stand up when you need to stand up.
And Buffalo's Pride Parade and Festival are scheduled for this weekend.
Pride means different things to different people.
Buffalo Pride is meant to be a stage, basically, for the community to shine.
But at its core, it's about community, visibility, and belonging.
A celebration of the history of Pride in Buffalo and beyond. It could be a celebration of your community, your heroes. You could just be colorful.
And for many, that stage didn't just appear overnight. It was built over decades by people who fought to be seen. A key part of that history is drag and performance art. And one Buffalo performer who helped shape that story is Siobhan Davis.
I've been doing drag for over 44 years, and one year I'm going to get it right.
But it hasn't always been easy, especially in the beginning.
One time we were doing a show at the bar called the Villa Capri, and the Buffalo police raided the bar. And it was during the winter, freezing out, and everybody had to leave the bar showing ID, and there was myself and 4 other drag queens, and we had to take everything off, everything, to prove that we were a man.
Those experiences are part of a much larger story, one that also includes pushing for representation in Buffalo's history. Siobhan helped push for the first gay float in the Buffalo Sesquicentennial Parade back in 1982, even suing the city after the initial request was denied.
I wanted to have a gay float because it was supposed to be representing all of Buffalo.
And she got her float, paving the way for what Pride in Buffalo looks like today, a celebration she's watched grow for decades.
And it's just so many people from all walks of life. And it's wonderful seeing all of that.
And even now, her message stays rooted in connection and understanding.
Regardless of your age, your generation, your political affiliation or something, learn about why somebody does something and who they are before you judge them.
For Siobhan, her mission is clear.
So my rule I always do is I can make one person laugh, feel good about themselves, forget about things. I've done my job for the day.
Hi from the Ronald McDonald House, a hospitality house, one of over 300 internationally. This one's been around since the early 80s, and it's been occupied. There's at least been one family here for 43 consecutive years. Lisa, I'm sorry, I'm holding a burger donut.
It's okay, priorities.
The function of the house.
The function of the house is that we provide shelter, food, transportation for families that have children in local hospitals, ill or injured.
So when Buffalo's blessed with the, Roswell and of course now Golisano Children's Hospital, some of these families come from far away or a couple hours away, and you're taking one less concern off their plate.
That's right. So if you have a child in the hospital, and let's say you're from Chautauqua County, it's a really far way to go back and forth. But it's not just those that are far away. You can be around the corner. If our home is closer to your child than your own home, we're going to help you out if we have rooms.
You must have so many stories. Do you have a favorite part about your job?
Oh, we work right with the families. They become a part of our family. So we see them every day for breakfast, and we see them every day for dinner. And we're going through those hard times with them and the good times with them too. And you know what the best part is it's bittersweet, but when they leave, I mean, most of the time they're leaving, and they're leaving with their baby. So the baby that we've heard about for 3 months, you know, and we're seeing pictures of that baby, and then they're leaving and they bring the baby here, so we get to see the baby in person. So I mean, there's a lot of really beautiful stories that, you know, it took some struggle to get through it, but then they get to go home, their real home.
Paula's Donuts is the fundraiser. First of all, Paula's husband came up with this concoction. Can you describe the burger donut? The
burger donut. Okay, it is delicious, first of all. So it is a glazed donut that is cut in half, a chocolate donut that's kind of like scaled on either side so it's flat, and then it has Bavarian and strawberry filling on top to be like the cheese or the mustard and the ketchup. And then in the very middle, there's a little surprise. It's like the white frosting. And, oh, God, it's so good.
Fantastic. That's good. And since it's for charity, the calories don't count.
That's right.
Yeah, so these are available at your favorite Paula's Donuts, and of course, a portion of the proceeds benefit the Ronald McDonald House.
It's a simple but powerful truth that when cardiac arrest happens, the first chance of survival often rests with the people nearby.
And that's why the American Heart Association is sharing this powerful demonstration video. They say nearly 70% out of hospital cardiac arrests occur at home. That makes family members, friends, and bystanders critical first responders.
Cardiac arrest survival depends on immediate action. You know, it has a 10% survival rate. But jumping in with CPR can double or triple a person's chance of survival.
CPR isn't just for medical professionals. The Heart Association wants you to know anyone can be a lifesaver.
Hands-only CPR is great for teens and adults suffering from a cardiac arrest. You know, we're just trying to build confidence for people to step in, to support people, to intervene, to have the confidence to do so. And really just, again, become lifesavers.
Western New York's interest in getting CPR trained peaked after Damar Hamlin's on-field incident during a Bills game. It's even more critical to get people certified in minority and lower-income communities because they're more likely to suffer from poor cardiac arrest outcomes.
People in more under-resourced communities and with minority backgrounds are less likely to receive high-quality CPR. such as timely bystander support or defibrillator usage, than their white counterparts.
He says it comes down to resources.
You know, we've taken you inside the new Highmark Stadium a number of times to give you some idea what it's like in there, but now that the fencing is down here, the construction fencing on Abbott Road, you can really see the entire layout of the stadium complex. The vegetation is now in place, the landscaping, and also the walkways leading into the stadium are really now in place to give you some idea of what it's going to be like going in there. And we got to tell you, fans that we talked to earlier today at the Bills store, they can't wait to get in there. You're looking forward to getting in this one someday.
I hope someday. I want to see them play. I want to see them win.
It's going to be really nice because now it's visual. You can see it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's going to be exciting. I want to go in like right now. Like if I could go in, I'd go in right now just to see what it looks like. But
I think the back door's open.
The back doors, yeah.
Let's go.
The back door.
Now there's still a lot of ideas circulating in the community about what else would be surrounding the stadium complex in terms of the zoning. We did speak to Orchard Park Town Supervisor Joe Liberti about that. Again, phase 1 of the zoning out to a radius of 1,000 feet from the stadium. That'll be the shorter buildings, but come late July or early August, they're actually going to have a public hearing on the second phase of the zoning. That would be beyond that 1,000-foot radius, and that would allow for 4-story buildings and more development overall around this stadium. On your side, in Orchard Park, I'm Ron Plantz, Channel 2 News.
Joe Cato turned 92 today, a remarkable achievement itself, but believe it or not, he still works, measuring materials for heritage floor coverings, one of the many contractors involved in the construction of the new stadium.
I go in 2 days a week, Tuesday and Friday, see if they got blueprints. I take them home and I do them, bring them in Friday to them.
Today, in part to celebrate his birthday, he was invited by heritage owner Don Feltisco to come on inside and lay down some flooring at the new home of the Bills. But that's only part of the story. Across the street, the old stadium is being torn down, and it turns out that Joe also helped install flooring in what was then Rich Stadium when it opened in 1973. There's not too many left like Joe.
One guy's left yet.
Oh, there, yeah?
His name is Bob Perry. He did a lot of the carpet in the luxury booths, you know, where the rich people sit.
Yeah, and who knows, maybe the Pagulas will step on where you put down that little piece of
That's right,
today.
And they might.
When it came time, he set to his task. And while the materials may have changed over 50-plus years, the process is not.
Nope, that's still the same.
With each sweep of the trowel, it was like coming full circle, as workers seemed to stop in their tracks and watch Joe go.
Just to show them that I can still get down on my knees and get up. And I did.
And after he did, they even gave him a round of applause. Joe may not be the only man still alive to have installed flooring at the old stadium, but as of today, certainly the only one to have now installed flooring at both stadiums.
Back then, when we did Rich Stadium, that was compared to Civic Stadium, the old Bills Stadium, okay? 100% better, you know what I mean? Bigger and everything else. This place is state-of-the-art stuff in there. It's amazing what they've done in here.
You might say that the whole experience left Joe floored. On your side in Orchard Park, Dave McKinley, Channel 2 News.
The Bills will have visitors from time to time at practices in Orchard Park. It's not always the case, though, that visitor is a Buffalo native with one of the most prestigious awards in sports.
They're in shock, and then they hold it. They're like, wow, that's heavy every time. So it's just so much fun, and usually it's everyone's first time holding a gold medal, and so I get to share that with them.
Tuesday at Bills OTAs, Haley Skamura swinging back by her hometown after what's been a 2026 that's seen nothing but winning. Last month, Skamura winning the PWHL title with Montreal, and back in February, she won Olympic gold with the U.S. women's ice hockey team.
It's pretty incredible to be a part of that special group. It's a small group of us, and it's such an honor to be in that group. And it's a testament to just the teams I've played on, the hard work that's gone into it, the village behind the team, like all my family and friends who have supported me along the way. And I get to celebrate that with them now.
Skrmura's gold medal, a popular attraction amongst Bills players and staff.
You can put it on, yeah.
Oh, this is special.
Who also talked with her about what it's like reaching the top of her sport.
The fact that they're coming to me asking questions is so surreal. It's kind of wild, but you know, it's a testament to how they run things here and the respect that they have for other professional athletes.
A surreal experience for the girl from Buffalo who grew up cheering for these very same Bills.
You know, it's interesting. I feel like it sinks in at different moments. It's like you almost like forget about it a little bit, and then you get to come here and celebrate it again with everyone, and it kind of reinvigorates you a little bit, and you get to re-experience the Olympics again and winning gold, and a lifelong dream of mine. So I just get to relive it all the time. Buffalo is such a special place in my heart. It's my hometown. I feel the love all the time coming here, being able to come to the Bills facility like this, and everyone saying I'm welcome anytime I want, and seeing the new facility for the first time, and it's just incredible. I can't say enough good things about Buffalo.
A full circle moment for Buffalo's very own Olympic gold medalist. On your side in Orchard Park, Jonathan Acosta, Channel 2 Sports.
The resolution is adopted.
Dr. Jenko was in the room for the unanimous vote. She currently serves as provost and senior VP at Tufts University.
Can't wait to come home.
Yes, home.
I was born and raised in Buffalo, attended public school number 81, and then went to high school at Mount St. Mary Academy. I graduated from SUNY Fredonia.
The UB campus will be familiar since Jenko did work as an undergrad here in a research lab. She's excited about Empire AI.
What I would like to do is to really use that to begin to think of applied AI, to take AI together with all the disciplines across the law school, the School of Management, the Health Sciences School, our engineering school.
She'll lead the flagship university.
I want to focus on student success in collaboration with our colleagues across the SUNY system to work to make sure that every single student who comes to UB has a sense of belonging.
She thinks the medical campus in downtown was, in her words, a fantastic move.
And one of the signature things that I have done throughout my career, which I will bring to the University at Buffalo, is to bring all those schools together, the medical school, School of Public Health, the dental school, together with our clinical partners and the hospital partners.
Athletics.
Athletics is extremely important to the social well-being of all students. Not only those who play in Division I, but those who play in club sports.
She is the first woman to lead UB.
Why did it take us 180 years to get to this point? But throughout my career, I have really fostered leadership for women.
On your side, Claudine Ewing, Channel 2 News.
Always a great day at the Buffalo Zoo. Love the Buffalo Zoo. I dated a girl who worked at the Buffalo Zoo. She was a real keeper. Sorry. I'm sorry. So this is something I've never seen at the zoo before. Adam Gorski, nice to see you. How you doing?
See you. Doing well. Doing well.
I've never seen dinosaurs here before.
Yeah,
Pretty
absolutely.
Cool.
Very cool.
Talk about the guy behind you first.
Yeah, this is our Gigantosaurus. He's just one of the over a dozen faces you can see along our destination dinosaur trail.
Pretty cool. How many overall?
We have
over a dozen.
Yeah, over a dozen. About 16. Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
What's great is that you get kind of close to him too.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you can just right when you walk in the zoo, you see a T-Rex, and you can walk and wind you through the zoo, past a few animals, and these giant prehistoric creatures.
They make noises. They move around too.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, all interactive.
Little baby dinosaurs too, and you have baby real animals here.
Yes.
I know it's like in the spring. The guys, they sometimes when two animals love each other. So how's the baby howler first of all?
Yes, they're doing great. Yes, they're out every day pretty much with mom and dad. Mom Rio, dad Tater. They're out until about noon every day. So yeah, you can come see them in our MT Bank Rainforest Falls. They're adorable.
And this is the time of year we get press releases for new baby animals, and we get our fingers crossed for some new ones that'll be debuting soon.
Yes, absolutely.
That's
absolutely.
Awesome. Okay, Wines in the Wild, always a big fundraiser.
Mm-hmm. Yep. That's June 18th. We have over 40 wineries, breweries, restaurants from around Western New York. You can get samples. You can have animal experiences. It's just a great night, adult-only night here at the zoo.
You guys are you doing like the summertime? What is it called? The
Yep,
illumination?
Yep, Zoomagination.
Oh,
Yep,
Zoomagination.
Yep. That's coming up in July. Yep.
Oh, that's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
So you're gonna they'll be concurrent. The dinosaurs and the Zoomagination will be going at the same time.
Yes, correct.
Oh, that's outstanding. All right, website.
Yep, buffalozoo.org. You can get tickets. Destination Dinosaurs free with general admission.
Put you on the spot here. Favorite animal?
Oh gosh, gotta say the red pandas.
Oh, really?
Too cute. Yep.
They are cute. Yeah, I gotta go with Luna. I'm going.
She's a superstar.
She is a superstar. I saw her walking in this morning. We exchanged hellos. She's like, "Hey, Channel 2." I'm like, "Hey, Luna, what's up?" So on your side from North Buffalo, I'm Kevin O'Neill, Channel 2 News. The website one more time is buffalozoo.org.
SUNY Niagara baseball has played 114 games the past 2 seasons. They've only lost 8 of them, and all that hard work finally paid off with the school's first ever NJCAA National Championship victory.
We just had a good brotherhood that kind of stayed, what Kling likes to say, sunny in 72, and we stuck together, and it showed when the pressure was on.
All the hard recruiting that we've done for this program, all the local families that have always believed in us, now to have a championship in Niagara Falls back home. I'm born and raised in Niagara Falls. It's an awesome feeling to say we're national champs, you know, the best team in the country this year.
We had this Christmas party for like Secret Santa, and we had to like write down names of what our goal was, what your personal goal was, and everybody's goal was the same, just to win the World Series, and we got a chance to get it done, and we just took it one game at a time, and we finally got it done.
Some players told me they thought 2 years ago would be the time that the Thunderwolves win the national championship because of all the talent that was on that team. At the JUCO level, that recruiting grind doesn't stop, and Klinger Smith is already getting ready for next fall. Reporting on your side from Sal Magley Field, I'm Nate Mills with Channel 2 Sports.
We are celebrating a big birthday. Old Fort Niagara's French Castle is turning 300 years old. Yeah, you heard that right. 300. Built in 1726, the French castle has stood guard over the mouth of the Niagara River, witnessing 3 centuries of history. And there are some special events planned, of course, throughout the spring and summer. But the main event is this weekend with a rededication and a reenactment. Here to tell us more about that is Executive Director at Old Fort Niagara, Bob Emerson. Bob, thank you so much for joining us today from Most Buffalo.
I appreciate the invitation.
Yeah, you know, I just said it to you. We always know summer and June kind of comes around when it's here. Old Fort Niagara prepares for this, right? It's a popular event. What are we doing here?
Right, and this is special because it's the 300th. So in 1726, on June 8th, of that year, the French landed at the mouth of the Niagara River, and they started building the French castle. So we're commemorating that. We have a live reenactment of the landing. The sailing vessel that's bringing in the troops is the USS Tripp, recently constructed by the Buffalo Maritime Center. We're going to reenact that. We have Haudenosaunee dancers who will be sharing song and dance from the people who lived here before the French arrived. We have the rededication ceremony at 2 o'clock. We have a lot of dignitaries, including the Consul General of France. We have the President of the Seneca Nation attending, and elected officials. So we'll be commemorating that 300th officially at 2 o'clock. But we have activities going on all day.
Yeah, a long list of activities, right? When we talk about 300 years, just to say 300 years, there's so much that happens in between those years, right? So what does it mean to be able to mark 300 years?
Well, the French castle is the oldest building in the entire Great Lakes Basin, and it's been through many incidents over the years. It's been involved in several conflicts. The British captured it from the French in 1759. British held it through the Revolutionary War, and then the United States gets it in 1796. British capture it back in the War of 1812, and it came to the U.S. at the end of that conflict. So it's changed hands a lot of times in its history.
You know, to be able to open up and say, you know, invite the community in. So how is this helping people kind of step back in time in an interactive way? Well,
we use a lot of living history techniques to bring history alive for people, and that goes for everyone from school kids to senior citizens. It's really a multi-sensory experience when you can see the sights and hear the sounds and sometimes even smell the wood smoke that we use for cooking fires. So it makes history more tangible, more immersive. than just reading about it in a book.
And this is happening on June 5th. That starts on June 5th, right? And this goes for a couple of days, if I'm correct?
June 5th is a school day where we have a couple hundred school children coming in to experience the early 18th century. And then Saturday is the big day with all of the reenactments and the dedication ceremonies and artillery salutes and music and all that good stuff. And then Sunday we have some special tours of the fort to really to wrap up the weekend.
Yeah, what time does this all take place? I know there are a lot of dates here.
Yeah, the Saturday programs start at 10 and wrap up around 4 p.m. But if you're coming, you want to make sure you're there by 11 to watch the reenactment of the landing, and you want to be there at 2 o'clock for the dedication.
Really good advice. We have about 30 seconds left. Anything else that you think I missed that you want to add?
Well, a lot of people from this area, they come to Fort Niagara in 4th grade and then they don't come back. So we're inviting everybody back to see what's changed. A lot has changed. We've added a lot of new things, new exhibits, new programs. So come on back and see us.
And hopefully you have beautiful weather like we do today, right?
Oh, I hope so.
Crossing our fingers. Thanks so much, Bob, for joining us for Most Buffalo today. We appreciate you.
Thank you.
All right.
From a new home for the Bills to a sweet way to give back and celebrations of love and inclusion across Western New York. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next week.